So today I'm going to be talking about the book Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi and Tahl, specifically chapter 20, which is titled Pinging All the Time. So he starts off the chapter by saying that 80% of building and maintaining relationships is just staying in touch. He calls it pinging, which is just casual, quick casual greetings that can be done in a number of creative ways. And so this definitely involves a lot of work. He says that you can't really stop. You got to just continue pretty much forever. And so you have to create systems in order to stay in touch and make sure that your relationships and your network does not wither and die. So Keith and Tahl go on to say that in order to become front and center in someone's mental Rolodex, it's contingent upon one little concept: repetition. In order to really establish these new relationships, you have to be reaching out to new contacts in at least 3 different modes of communication, whether that's a phone call, an email, or a face-to-face meeting. Now, once you've established this initial recognition, you have to keep in touch with them with at least 1 email or phone call per month. They go on to say that if you want to transform a contact into a friend, you need at least a minimum of 2 face-to-face meetings out of the office. And maintaining a secondary relationship requires 2 to 3 pings a year. And you can also ping people via social media. You can really keep in contact with everything they're doing. Status updates, retweets, comments, they say are terrific for ongoing relationship maintenance, especially for the fringe of your network. But they don't replace the need for one-to-one pinging with the people in your highest priority network, those people connected to your current goals. So they also go on to say that when it comes to relationship maintenance, you have to be on your game 24/7, 365 days a year. So the governing principle here is to maintain contact and repetition with the people who matter most to you right now in your life and who you want to matter going forward in the future. And all while doing this without putting too much strain on your schedule. So making it as simple and easy as possible, creating a system where you pretty much tier out the contacts. For example, one could be, very important people in your life and people who you really want to establish relationships with. Number 2 could be people who you're sort of friends with but not too close with. And 3 could be, periphery acquaintances who you're not, very close with, but you might hit them up maybe once a year. He says that for people that are important to him in his career or business, he will favor value-add pinging. So he'll recognize when someone gets a promotion, when they have a really good financial quarter, or if they had just had a child. He also likes to send articles, short notes of advice, and other tokens to show that he's paying attention to them, to what's important to them, and that he's eager to help. He says to get creative. He's got one friend that will take pictures with people, and when he gets back from a conference, he'll send that picture to them. And he's got another friend who uses music. He'll ask people what kind of music they like, and he's got a huge digital music library. And for example, one person said they like jazz, and so he sent a rare recording of Miles Davis. He says that once you've cultivated a contact with a new associate or friend, nurture it by pinging. It's the miracle grow for your blooming garden of friends and associates. So Keith ends the chapter with a really good story. But first off, he says that pinging people during the holidays is not the best time because there's hundreds of other people hitting people up, and it's just not the best time to differentiate yourself. His personal favorite time to reach out is on people's birthdays. He says that although people might say, don't do anything big for my birthday, I don't really care about it, he doesn't believe it 1 second. He believes that, everyone really cares about their birthday. And he gave a really great example. But first off, he says that he calls people and does his rendition of Happy Birthday in New York City cabs and whatnot, and all the cab drivers just think he's a lunatic. But he was in contact with this guy, Ken, who is a Mormon from Salt Lake City, who had 10 brothers and sisters. And it was his birthday. Keith reached out to him, called him up, saying his rendition of Happy Birthday. And normally people say, thank you, or they're laughing, but this guy was just silent. And then he said he was kind of choked up because no one else reached out to him on his birthday. And so the lesson here is that people really do care about their birthdays, and if you do sincerely reach out and make a personalized approach and really care about people on that special day, they're gonna remember it.